EHome definitely going for that very, very late game. And we have seen them do pretty well because what the Dusa and the Tinker can do is push the lane back. It's really, really hard to push against these heroes. And so far, we are seeing the exact same lineup, which they had so much success against ZSMJ's Alchemist. ZSMJ's Alchemist is probably like has the best winning percentage ever. Like he has a great Dusa, he has a great Drow Ranger, but his Alchemist winning percentage is probably up there at 80 or 90%. And EHome is one of the few teams that actually beat it. And they beat it with this exact lineup, but instead of the Dusa, they had a Morphling instead. And instead of the Slayer, I think they had an Avenge. So pretty much the same hero. That the core is still there, but we'll see. Meanwhile, Yafet farming up top, only 45 creep kills. Pretty low creep kill because we're really used to seeing him, 100 farm, 100 or 80 by now of his Shadow Fiend. But he did pick up the standard Windrunner item. Nothing too out of the ordinary. Going for that mecha. Let's see how the other player is farming. I'm pretty curious on Zoe's farm. Zoe is gonna go for the tower push here. Stone Gate's being casted immediately. Earthshaker goes down before casting any spell, but they are gonna get the tower. Tower is not denied. DGC goes down before casting any spell. That is a quick double kill picked up by the Visage, and now this bear is in trouble. Oh, Soul Summoner being casted. Lina, no great shackle shot here. Now Windrunner might be in trouble. Witch Doctor comes in, trying to do whatever he can, but very, very low HP. Another LSA being missed. Stormbolt cannot be casted. What a great Stormbolt, and they are gonna focus down on the Slither. Slither, very low HP, gets blocked by his own Witch Doctor. I gotta say that was a little bit of miscommunication in instance. Not helping the team all too much with the cast over Voodoo Restoration. You gotta keep in mind, Voodoo Restoration does have a pretty low range. So that was a very good initiation attempt by EHome. It looks like EHome is really gearing up to take this game all the way to the grand final. 5 and 10 in the favor of EHome. Keep in mind, the SMM format is the best of 1 format until the grand final. Then it's the best of 3, and whoever is at the grand final at the winner bracket will have a 1-0 advantage. So we'll see how it plays out. I mean, yes, if you do lose this match, you will go to the loser bracket and you have to fight probably, I think it was Deity or LGD. But you don't want to do that. You don't want to get into a position to try to come back from the losers bracket. So this is definitely a very, very big match in the tournament, and we are seeing EHome doing an extremely good job. Chase, do you have anything to say?
Like
Sorry.
Nirvana China won like WDC, RGC and shit, and like people are saying they are like unbeatable. But I think EHome is like the only team that can actually like beat them, like, because they never had the chance to like play them in those tournaments. They were just playing like DTS or Deity or never faced EHome. But now I think EHome is showing them like what they are. What do they have?
Yeah, I agree with you 100%, man. EHome, I think in my opinion, it's like EHome is a Chinese team that knows how to beat every single other Chinese team, and in a pretty much a big predominantly Chinese tournament. I mean, yes, this is held in Malaysia, and there was a lot of Malaysian teams, but if you look at the top 4 of WDC right now, I think it's mostly all Chinese, and I think Nirvana Malaysia is in the mix as well. But with so many Chinese team, EHome stands a very good chance to win this tournament because they somehow just figure out the magic formula to beat the Chinese team. And I agree with Trace completely. Yes, they didn't play Nirvana China in WDC at all, so there wasn't a good gauge. Yes, Nirvana China was, they were playing extremely well in WDC, but who knows what would happen if they play EHome. And I'm not too sure, even as a champion of the tournament, whether they will win against EHome. We see this Tinker already getting his BOT finish, going for that Soul Ring once again. Again, the same exact strategy being played against. I'm again referring to that epic game that they played, EHome that played against Nirvana China. And again, Soul Ring BOT Tinker, man, very good. What that would actually do is allow you to really maximize your harassing potential. You could TP into a lane, stay really, really far back, and then just rearm missile, and just annoy the hell out of whoever is on the other side. And because you can go back, instantly, and they can't, you really cut down a lot of farming time. And this harassment method is buying Dusa just a lot of free farm. She's sitting at bottom lane, 118 creep kill in less than 20 minutes. This is like 6 or 7. He's gonna go for the Lincoln Sphere first, and judging the difference between a Gorgon and a Morphling, and again, I'm gonna make a lot of comparison between this game and the game that they play against Nirvana China, because I think before this game actually started, we were watching the stream, Trace. They were actually watching that exact replay that I keep referring to, right? They were going back and then let's see. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're gonna try to run the same strat again and again, and until the other team actually ban things like Tinker or a Visage or a Sven, they're gonna keep running this strategy because I think they are gonna win with this strategy, and it's not a really good thing to ban a Tinker, because if you ban Tinker, they will just beat you with like Doombringer or Pugna or the 20 other good heroes. So far it seems like EHome's got this game fixed, but you can't count out. I mean, this is the champion of RGC, champion of WDC, so I mean, we'll see. This game is a Chinese game, so I'm looking forward to be a pretty long farming game here. Now let's judge the late game potential as well. Dusa, of course, one of the most fearsome late game hero as well. Tinker, probably the best late game hero in terms of intelligence, but the Scourge, right, or the Sentinel, really good pushing power through the Eidolon with the Celeber. Really good team fight capability. We have seen the dazzle that the Sentinel team fight has put on with the Earthshaker, with the Enigma and whatnot. So they could fight a team fight as well as anyone. So I don't want to count them out either. But I gotta say the Scourge probably have the better late game. No, they definitely have a better late game. So if they want to win this game, they have to do it behind their team fight. And really, I think they're just waiting for this Celeber to finish going for the Radiance. Actually, very interesting item. Generally, we do see Celeber, at least a Spare Bear, just have no item. Just have a boost of speed, maybe a single like Quelling Blade, or a Stout Shield, but that's it. But now it looks like Nirvana Zoe stacking out his bear a little bit too much. Already having a Treads, another Glove of Haste, and an Orb of Venom, going for the very chasing build. I don't think that's a good strategy because their team is not built around ganking or chasing. The team is built around team fights. So I don't think it really helps out too much. Again, he switches back to true form, beer form. I gotta say, those are misclicks. And my god, those misclick is gonna make them lose fights here. Grit Blacko getting 3 or 4 heroes, but no follow-up here. And we are seeing Nirvana and China making huge blunders here. And I gotta say, that was probably the mistake of Nirvana. So I guess not used to playing a fairly new hero introduced to the scene. And now Yafit is gonna go down as well. This is really, really looking back for Nirvana and China. What do you think is actually happening, Trace?
Oh, I thought Nirvana China like kinda had it in the bag, but now I'm seeing the team fight and it's. I have one question. Does the familiar from Visage get caught in the black hole, or they don't? I think. Like.
That's a good question.
Did he get stuck? Cause I think he cancelled it with the.
Oh, you're right. Maybe. Yeah. That sounds like correct. Yeah. I mean. Cool. I didn't know that before, and looks like we are having a little bit of lagging issue. This is probably the problem of the WAC TV, but it's better that we're lagging now than in the middle of team fight. Yeah, I think you're right. So if the familiar doesn't get, I'm not 100% sure if you guys do know, leave a note in the comment or something. Yeah, but if you guys sorry, if it doesn't work on familiars, then the black hole is pretty much shit, right? I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. That would make a huge impact in the game, though. So
you need to farm BKB. Like that's the only.
Yeah, that's really the only way. And I don't think really DDC have the farm right now, because he really needs to give up his farm for the Celeber, because yeah, BKB is important, but I mean, the only chance of victory they have is Celeber. I think Nirvana and China just picked a little bit too poorly. They kind of just put all their eggs in the same basket, hoping that the Celeber will farm up big really quickly. And I mean, he did have really good farming in lane, but now you can see that he's just slowing down. 46 and 14. That is just not gonna cut it. That's like 2 a minute. That's almost embarrassing. That's all already too embarrassing. So I don't know what's going on there. Meanwhile, the Tinker having absolutely free farm, sitting at 55 creep kill, but that 55 creep kill is a little bit, I mean, it's a really low number, but because he does have the BOT, because he has all of this, we'll be able to farm up extremely quickly. And my family just walked in the room. My mom just gave me ice cream. So Trace, if you want to talk for like 2 minutes or something, I'm gonna eat a little bit.
Don't do that.
Enjoy.
That is my mother. Okay, I'll eat a bite and I'll keep talking.
Oh, and Dusa got his Yasha with his Lincoln. I think his farm is pretty good, right, Lumi?
Yeah, I think it's exceptional for him. 156 in 22 minutes. That is like seven and a half. And
Yeah,
at this point, like I think EHome already dodged the most dangerous time in the game, which was the early game. A Silver early game push is just insane because there's really no way you could stop it. The other time the Silver is going to be extremely dangerous is the when he gets his radiance, but it looks like that's gonna be not gonna be happening at all. Yeah, they definitely dodged the danger zone because Eidolon pushes extremely strong early game. When the first Enigma blink dagger black hole is really dangerous, but they for the most part they are really safe. Yes, Yafet did finish his mecha, but it feels like right now these guys are running around, they're being scared, and at the meantime we are having Tinker farming all over the map, Dusa running in and out of the jungle, just having whatever she like. So, and that's it. I mean, these guys, I don't know what is there to commentate when it's such a one sided stomp like this. But and there's really nothing Nirvana China could do. You could say that yes, they could force a team fight, but at this point, Dusa is so tank, and Sven is pretty tank. The Visage is pretty tank. Visage got his mecha finished, so there's really no way you could kind of burst kill them. They are really need just to turtle like hell. But I mean, when you're turtling against a Dusa, you're running against a clock, and EHome is they don't mind turtling all day long, and we do see actually Arcane Boot being picked up on Lina. This is actually the second time I've seen that in SMM. The other time it was, I think, 830's Lina from LGD SGTY. She played an absolutely brilliant Lina. Got so many kills, got extremely stag, and yeah, the turtling team is not working out here. Dusa solo pushing this tower. Tinker being absolutely annoying, and that Tinker is going to cancel a lot of blink daggers from the Enigma as well. So, and keep in mind that Tinker and the Visage work so well together. The Visage is going to send his familiar over the trees and get a lot of sights. And the Tinker could just, rockets into... Oh, they found a hero here. And that Earthshaker trying to hide. Not going to work out here. And that was a little bit of an unlucky play for him. I think the Marcher Machine actually hit him a couple of times. And because he was in the trees, he just got whooped. And looks like the game is lagging once again. But without the Earthshaker defend, and everyone at full HP, and the Tinker is going to be porting back immediately. I don't think they could defend as well.
Is it
so because of this lag, yeah, it's lagging for me.
It's not for me.
Oh really?
Yeah, they're.
So maybe my internet just crapping out, I guess.
Yeah, your Chinese internet.
Mm-hmm. At the very least, it's letting me eat ice cream, so I'm happy.
Well, do you feel that Nirvana China tried to put Celebear in their lineup? Because I feel like they don't really have tactic with him. Like,
and to be honest, I think they picked it because everyone else picked it, and they saw how successful all the other teams are having with it. And don't get me wrong, Nirvana Zoe, right? Like 100 times better than me. But to me, it seems like I think he misclicked the true form like twice, and in a team battle, if you misclick true form, you lose about 400 or 500 HP, and you're instead of being a Superman, you're just Clark Kent, Ken Clark, whatever that fucking name is, and it doesn't work. I mean, so yeah, I agree with you. I think they just threw it in because everyone else picked it, and so far it doesn't seem like they understand the hero. Celeber is not exactly the best teamfight hero, and they have a really great teamfight lineup. The Shackle Shots, the Cast, the Fishers, and the Black Hole, of course, great teamfight. I mean, if they went with the Morphling, or if they went with any of their normal carrier, or like a Shadow Fiend or anything like that, I think they would have been in great shape. But this hero, I mean, Celeber could do two things extremely well. You could play him like a strong chaser and get like a lot of chasing items, and it looks like Zoe did go that route, going for Face Boots, Orb of Venom, and Glove of Haste. Or you could play him as a late game carrier with the pushing ability, which is going the Radiance build. But he hasn't done really, I mean, the way that he's playing it right now doesn't really synergize well with the team. So I feel like this is a little bit of a mistake, and I don't really advise trying out a new strategy in the winter bracket finals of SMM. But maybe I just don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe they have a ingenious strategy and I just don't see the synergy. So maybe there's that. But until I'm proven incorrectly, I'm not going to say that's the case.